Well, hello. Welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today I am perched atop a cliff on a rocky outcropping looking out over Shark Reef Sanctuary on Lopez Island. We're doing kind of a remote Sunday Stuff and Things this week. We're here because we wanted to get away on a little day trip. Lopez Island is a San Juan Island. It's in the Puget Sound. And from Bellingham, you go down to Anacortes, about an hour drive, jump on the ferry, and it's about a 45-minute, probably about 30 to 40-minute boat ride out to Lopez Island. And it's really cool. One of the main reasons I wanted to come was to check out the Shark Reef Sanctuary, where there were supposed to be seals, sea lions, sea otters, all sorts of cool marine mammals. And not to spoil anything for you, but we definitely saw some seals. I'm going to turn my camera around really quickly, and I'll see, I don't have my long lens on right now, but I'm going to show you at least a couple. And there's going to be a video on Wednesday where you get to see a lot more. All right, could you see them there in the distance? There were a couple. There's another beach or another rocky outcropping where there are a lot more. I'm super excited right now. This is the kind of thing I love. This is such a cool area here. This really rocky shoreline, and there's a bunch of kelp down below with these giant kelp whips. That's another thing I should probably try to show you, but I don't even know if the camera would pick it up right now. So this Sunday Stuff and Things, a bit different. I know we've been doing quite a few sort of different Sunday Stuff and Things lately, but we really wanted to take this opportunity to go out. It was supposed to be super hot today, so we thought it might be nice to be out on the islands where it was going to be cooler, but it ended up being kind of overcast and not bad at all, so I guess that's fine. Whoa, there's some really weird noises going on over there. They're constantly kind of moaning and barking, and one of them just was like, sounded like Danny from The Shining. Oh yeah, are those the babies fighting over there? Yeah, there's two babies humping each other or fighting. I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, so. I wish I could show you this right now. So I don't have the typical topics that we're going to discuss on Sunday Stuff and Things. And in fact, I forgot to bring my paper with the questions that I was going to have, or that I was going to try to answer this week. So we'll probably have to do a cut towards the end when we're back home, and I'll quickly read those. Or maybe we'll just be in a different location. I'll read the questions and do all that good stuff. I want to talk about some upcoming videos. We have this coming week, on Wednesday, we're going to have a video about our little day trip to Lopez Island, and there should be a lot of hot seal action in that video, so be sure to check that out on Wednesday. We also have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the Valheim series continuing with our good friend Kevin the Kurt. We're going to have our newest blend coming up soon, and the blend I have chosen to do a first impressions on and then subsequently a review will be Samuel Gawith Navy Flake. I'm trying to remember. I think I might have picked that. I picked out two tins and I put them both aside. I think I decided on Gawith Navy Flake because that was something that I really wanted to try because I really think I'm going to like it. So that's going to be next. We also have some cool stuff coming, at least one piece that I know of for sure that's coming from a viewer who makes pipe racks. So it should be a really cool pipe rack. I'm really interested in showing it to you. I'm interested in checking it out myself too. I think it's supposed to hold 14 pipes, so that's pretty cool. And quite a few other things coming up. I have a lot of different products that are on my way or on their way to me. So stay tuned. There should be a lot of good stuff in the future. What's going on? Oh, out there? Yeah, I see like the water being disturbed out there. I may actually have to put my long lens on here to show you guys some of this stuff. There's going to be some of this in the video on Wednesday, but let me grab my lens. What is that? They look so uncomfortable.
They do. Doesn't that hurt?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they have a lot of blubber. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm looking through my camera. It looks pretty good to me. I've been using my variable ND filter. But there's a lot of seal action going on out there. Pretty cool. Well, hopefully you guys could see that. We're gonna cut now. We're gonna go back to a different spot where I have my notes, where I have your questions and everything, and we'll finish the Sunday stuff and things. And we're back. You find us sitting in my car, waiting in line for the ferry, which I don't know if we're gonna make or not. I don't exactly know how many cars are gonna be able to fit on this thing. So if we don't make this ferry, we're gonna have to wait another 4.5 hours or something for the next one. So hopefully we make it, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to continue with the Sunday stuff and things. We have your questions here. I prepared, I thought ahead. I printed out your questions and brought them with me. So, if you have a question for me and you would like it answered on the Sunday Stuff and Things, tweet at SAT Bradley with the hashtag askstuffandthings, and I will do my best to answer you on the next Sunday Stuff and Things. Also, you can leave comments on YouTube videos. I try to go through those and pick questions out. And if you are a Patreon supporter, you can write to me on there, and I will answer your questions. But today, via Patreon, from Ashes of the Phoenix, our newest Maniac tier subscriber, or Patreon supporter, we have this question. Ashes says, "Hey Bradley dude." That voice isn't working right now. "I got a Sunday smoke question for you. Where'd you get your Peterson pipe lighter from, and how much? I looked on Amazon and they sell for over $100, some knockoffs for dirt cheap. Any you recommend? Thanks, my friend." Thank you, Ashes of the Phoenix. I did a video about the Peterson pipe lighter, and that was years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe even more than 6 years ago, and at the time I had purchased it from GQTs in the UK. I think they had shut down for a while, but they should be going now as far as I know. I don't know that they still carry the Peterson pipe lighters, but they were, I think, the most reasonable price I could find at the time, but I don't know if that's still the case. Obviously, if you want that style of lighter, there's the I Am Corona Old Boy, but those are a bit more expensive than the Petersons generally. When I saw them back in the day, they were typically around $100, so if they're a little over $100, that sounds about right. But I think from GQ, it was under 100 when I got it back then. So good luck finding one, and thanks for being a supporter, Ashes of the Phoenix. Next, via Twitter from Chris Coffey at Lutheran Clinton, we have... did you enjoy a pipe when it was in the 90s in Bellingham? If it doesn't get at least into the 70s here, I don't enjoy a pipe if it doesn't get at least into the 70s. Oh, interesting. I just can't do hot smoke and a hot pipe in hot weather. I'm not sure I get that. If it doesn't get at least into the 70s here, I don't. Maybe, do you mean if it gets into the 70s you don't? I'm not sure, but for me... if it's super, super hot, I know what you mean. It doesn't feel as nice to enjoy. But I guess I don't ever feel like the pipe, like the smoke is super hot. It's not the same as, I guess it would depend on the pipe you're using, how long the stem is, all sorts of different factors. But yeah, it's not a huge issue for me. I just tend to like different blends. If it's hot, like vapor blends or straight Virginia blends, things like that. But interesting question. Next, via YouTube, Corey Envy says, "Loving how the videos have been looking lately. I've been thinking about getting the R6 too, the Canon R6, which I'm using to record this, to upgrade from my 6D, Canon EOS 6D. Okay. Which of your lenses would you say you use the most? Should I get the 24-105 kit lens?" Okay, so a little bit of technical talk here. I'm currently recording this video with the kit lens that I got with my R6. It is the 24-105. This is the f4, and it is the L series, the kind of higher end version. They do have a kit lens that's a 24-105 that is an F. It's a variable aperture, and I can't remember exactly what it is. And it's an STM motor for the autofocus. It's not an L lens, so it's not weather sealed, so it's quite a bit cheaper. I've never used that lens, and I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about or if you're talking about the kit lens that I'm using now, the L series. I would say that I really, really like this lens. The 24 is great for vlogging, for being up close, or getting a nice wide angle when I can't have the camera far away from me. And then I typically use it for actually recording the Sunday Stuff and Things in the studio too. I put it on like 35 millimeters for that. It's really versatile, really nice. The lower aperture being only 4 is not always the most amazing thing in the world. I would love to have a 2.8, but it does the job. It's a really nice, well-rounded, really good lens. So I'd say I probably use that one the most. And then, I don't know, I use the 50 millimeter a lot for still photography, doing close-up stuff. It's not a macro lens, but it's good for like product photography and things like that. And then obviously I use the 600 millimeter a lot. I probably use the 600 millimeter the second most because I try to do a lot of animal photography. But if you aren't gonna spend the money on like a 15 to 35 or the, what else do they have? The 24 to 70 f2.8 lenses, which are quite expensive, I'd say the L series kit lens is really worth getting. So for whatever that's worth, I use it a lot and I like it a lot. If I had a 15 to 35, I might end up using that more, but this one does have that 24 to 105 range, so it's pretty versatile. And last, from Just Susan, why am I watching your channel? I don't know. You have nothing better to do. You're attracted to my devilish good looks. You're, I don't know, somewhat mysteriously attracted to the idea of the pipe hobby and you don't know why. I don't know. But you are watching, and you're watching enough and paying attention enough to leave a comment, so I don't know. Thanks for watching. All right, now, time for the very best part of the show, and that is where I thank you, the Patreon supporters who support the channels. You make so much possible. You make the camera, with which I'm recording this video, possible. You make the lighting, which isn't here because I'm not in the Stuff and Things studios. So many blends that I use for review or that I purchase for review. So many different things. You guys help out and make all of this go. So thank you so much. If you would like to support the channels, there is a link in the description box below. But today we would like to thank those who support the channels at $25 or more a month. People like Kirk Crompton, Private Eye, Glenn, Jason Buckner, Jen O'Side, John Leone, Krisztian Kovacs, Gloria Phillips, Ryan McFadin, Matt Marino, Joe Heaphy. Thank you all so much. And of course the Maniac tier, the crazy people who support the channels at $100 a month. People like Peter Straub, Bob Magee, David Gaudreau, and Ashes of the Phoenix. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all so much for watching, for subscribing, liking, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. Stay tuned this Wednesday for the Lopez Island video. I gave you a little hint, a little tease of the SEAL action, but there will be much more in the next video. Coming Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Kevinson's adventures continue in Valheim. We have that pipe rack coming up. We have Gawith, Navy Flake coming up. Other things are in the works, so please stay tuned. Thank you all, and I will see you next week. But until next time, until we meet again, I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things on a very pleasant Sunday Stuff and Things. I'll see you later.